and you just simply enjoy the best chocolate, then hands down, this is the best chocolate.
For sure. And of course, if you're doing that 360, which a lot of us are, ask about that bonus buy, because you might want to, you know, add the cafe, add the 74, have some fun with it. But then again, get the best pricing that we will do. Because remember, Andrew, like you said, probably the last time that we'll see this physically on the air with that shipping window changing pretty soon here.
Oh, it will not be until October.
Wow.
Typically in October, we'll have it maybe as a monthly special or a today special because it's been gone for 6 months. But yeah, we'll have it available until the weather warms up. And usually the weather warms up toward the 2nd or 3rd week in April, and then it goes away. But certainly today it's available at a today special price. So a great opportunity to get the large size and to save.
Absolutely. Well, if you are channel surfing, it's the top of the hour, and welcome aboard. We've had really thousands and thousands of new faces shop with HSN for the very first time. I'm Shannon. You are joining us at the perfect moment to put your toe in the water here at HSN, because we've been around for over 4 decades. For decades, Andrew has been, in my own opinion, America's foremost expert on health and wellness. He is our #1 brand. And what he's doing right now, especially during this, you know, certainly stressful time in America and globally, is our Essential One. And Andrew, since we've got a lot of new faces who are joining us for the first time, I do think this is a great way to discover us or discover you and the Andrew Lessman difference. Just as we keep saying, there is no other 1 pill a day multivitamin solution. And you are honoring today's special pricing just because, again, we've got new faces and it's a perfect time to do it.
Well, I'm honoring today's special pricing because we introduced this in our Essential One was a Today Special about, I guess, 3-4 weeks ago in March. And with what's going on in the world, and as important as fundamental vitamin nutrition, vitamin mineral nutrition is to every system in our body, I thought I didn't feel comfortable increasing the price, and we've been going crazy trying to manufacture enough because we totally sold through what we had and what we anticipated. But we're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. We're doing everything we can to keep this important product in stock. And now's not the time for me to be raising any of my prices. So normally between visits, we go back to our HSN price. That did not happen. It's also not going to happen after this visit. So until the world appears more normal and returns to normalcy, we're going to do things in an extraordinary fashion here. So the pricing is going to continue on this, given how important it is. And there truly is no other multivitamin like this in the world. It's easy to swallow. It will never upset your stomach. The last thing we need right now is something that's going to upset your stomach and be hard to swallow. It also respects the levels of nutrition that the most important systems in your body require, like 2,000 IU vitamin D. That's a separate level of vitamin D. The 250 micrograms of B12. That's an ultra high level of B12 because it's so critical to energy level, to all our energy metabolism. If you want to talk about value, those 5 ingredients there, those are the cost of those 5 ingredients separately. B12, vitamin D3, the calcium, vitamin C, magnesium. But we don't even include in that chart the levels of 5-MTHF, 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate. We don't include in that chart the levels of lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin. Those are the 4 most expensive ingredients in the product. So if you included those as well, you wouldn't be at $247. You'd probably be somewhere around $400 for, say, 9 of the ingredients that are 2 dozen ingredients. So what we've succeeded here is not just creating the easiest to swallow, that will never upset your stomach, that if anything will soothe your stomach, that not just gives you minimum daily requirements of the nutrients you need, but the true levels that you need for optimum functioning of all the systems in your body, that if you were buying a separate separate vitamin D or a separate vitamin B12, those are the levels you'd be looking at. You might be looking at even less than this multivitamin provides you. So there's truly nothing like this multivitamin in the world. It's a small, easy to swallow capsule, an ultra-fine powder. It's not a big rock-hard tablet. It's no wonder why the typical multivitamin upsets people's stomach and is hard to swallow, because when you compress a mineral into a dense little mass, you just created a rock. And if you swallow rocks, it's going to be nasty. And that's why we make a product that's an ultra-fine powder with nothing added except the vitamins and minerals and carotenoids you want. Sounds awfully simple, what we do, and it is, going back to basics, but it's difficult. The 5-MTHF alone, the 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate, You don't see it in any leading multivitamins at all. But I personally, I can't metabolize folic acid, normal folic acid, standard folic acid. Most Americans struggle with that as well. I'd say at least a third of us struggle mightily with it. So the only way we ensure that we get folic acid that we can use is if we deliver it in its most active natural form. That's 5-MTHF. That costs about $25,000 a pound. I think gold doesn't cost $25,000 a pound. So those are the kinds of investments, the levels of biotin in this product. It's the same level of biotin we had in our original beauty product 25 years ago. It's more than 10 times the level you see in a typical multivitamin. Why do they do that with biotin? Biotin's expensive. Biotin's about $500 a pound. So again, you can't, I'd say you could compare us to our competition, but there really is no comparison. And frankly, there really is no competition. They're rock hard tablets with artificial colors and all sorts of other stuff that's hard to swallow, that upsets your stomach. They give you lower levels of inferior sources of nutrients. So it's comparing apples to oranges. And fortunately, because we still have our Today Special price, it's pennies a day, because you don't have to take a handful of capsules here. You only take one. You never take two. Just one is all you need.
And you know, the best part is no repeating, no aftertaste. So the bonus ingredients, the side benefits, I mean, the Today's Special pricing, that is really a wonderful way. What a great way to, as I say, appreciate and put your best foot forward with really the world's finest vitamins. And we're honoring that 90-day return policy, of course, that flex pay, the free shipping. And Andrew, I have to say, I know I'm not alone in this. I know Adam says this, Colleen has said this. I love buying things for my parents, but one of the best gifts I've ever given to them are your vitamins. Even when I do that delivery direct, I just feel good knowing, even though I can't be there, I feel like a little piece of me or a little piece of you is at least there to help take care of them.
Oh, if my dad is watching at home, I'm sure, as is my mom. My dad always said to me every year along the way, he'd say, I wouldn't be here if not for your vitamins. So it's, and really foundationally, if there's only one product that serves sort of as a wake-up call, we're talking about omega-3s before, essential nutrition. These are not, say, like glucosamine and chondroitin. That's something that works on your joints. But when you're talking about vitamins and minerals and carotenoids, or when you're talking about omega-3s, these are essential nutrients that our body must have. And if our body doesn't have, there are consequences. So if there's any kind of wake-up call we're all hearing right now, it's the fact, and sometimes it's hard because grocery stores might not have all the things we want. We're trying to visit them less frequently, so we might not have as much fresh produce. So right now, it's difficult to get the essential nutrients that define a healthy diet. So with Essential One, it gets delivered to your door. You know you're getting the vitamins, the minerals, the carotenoids you need at the levels you require that respect your health, that respect all the vital systems in your body. Absolutely.
Well, again, if you're channel surfing, welcome to HSN. I'm Shannon. Our friend and star of the day, Andrew Lessman, is joining us. He's in his home, you're in your home, and this is a perfect time to be here because I promise you're going to learn something. Andrew has not one but two Today's Specials. They're always abbreviated in this second hour because we try to show as much as we can, right?
Yeah, we'll come back to them in about 20 minutes. And then we'll spend a few minutes on the omega-3s and a few minutes on Choco Nuvo. And then 8 p.m. tonight, and then we're gone. So to the extent we'll still have inventory, we will preserve the Today's Special pricing and sizes. But pricing, again, none of my products will be at HSN price until the dust has settled, until we return to normalcy. So it might be a couple of months that we continue at extra special pricing, and while the supplies last of Today's Specials at Today's Special pricing.
For sure, and that's why it's also nice that we're honoring a 90-day return policy and free shipping and flex pay to help all of us, myself included, be mindful of our budget. Andrew, don't take this the wrong way, but with this next product, I know you just recently debuted it, but prior to this, I was cheating on you. I was taking somebody else's theanine. I know. I've known you for years, and you know I got to be honest, my friend.
What do they say? The husband's the last person to know. And you had to announce that on national TV, and I'm going to have to try to keep it together here.
No secret is safe.
where's the faithfulness in our society now? So nothing sacred.
Well, it looks like your customers have your back because of the 2 reviews. Because, like I said, you just debuted this. They're perfect.
We introduced this a couple of weeks ago, very briefly because we didn't have enough. We've again, it's a testament to everyone at my company. As I've received your emails and inquiries, worried that we weren't going to be able to keep making vitamins. Vitamins are, like food, essential nutrition. So we're continuing to make them to the extent we can. Back in January and February, fortunately, we saw this coming. So I wish other people in government had too, but we saw this coming. So we made sure that we stocked up on things because it's the only way we could provide for you. So hopefully we're keeping up with your demand, and it's just a testament to everyone at my company. In fact, if you have any questions, our offices are all closed up, but technology is a wonderful thing. So everyone from my customer care center is available, and you might hear a dog barking in the background or a baby crying or something like that because they'll be answering the phone at home, but they're still there for you. So we're, I always say, what do they say? A friend in need is a friend indeed. So we're all in need now. So I know it's the most important time where as a company, we figure out how to adapt and how to still provide for you. So we're doing our best. I suspect things might start running out if the world doesn't return to normalcy soon, but we did a pretty good job stocking up, seeing this coming. So we will continue to do so on your behalf. And again, the most important thing I implore everyone to do, this will be over sooner to the extent we all as individuals conduct ourselves intelligently, reasonably, follow all the guidance that we're receiving.
For sure. Well, it's special purchase pricing on the 60, 180, 360, free shipping, flex pay, 90-day return policy. And Andrew, the graphics kind of indicate, I did actually, again, now I'll be taking yours, of course. I started to take yes, well, for obvious reasons.
There's nothing like ours. It's pure. There's no additives. You just get the beneficial ingredient you want, which is theanine. But I should really talk about what theanine is and how it works. Theanine is an amino acid. So theanine is a wonderful natural ingredient. It's an amino acid. But for those of you who kind of follow the biochemistry I talk about, amino acids are normally the building blocks of protein. But theanine is not found in any protein. So it's a very unique amino acid that it is an amino acid, but it's not present and a constituent in protein. Where it is found and where it is present in, of all places, green tea. It's found in black tea and green tea. It's more abundant in green tea and matcha tea. And I knew about theanine for decades. The reason why I knew about theanine for decades is I'm someone, and I often say this, if I had a little sip of espresso, just an ounce or two of an espresso, I'd be bouncing off the walls. If I have 32 ounces, a quart of green tea, it has a calming effect on me. Yet green tea, the green tea I just talked about, probably has 10 times the caffeine of the espresso. Why is the espresso having me bounce off the walls and green tea is giving me this calm, relaxed focus? And the single word, theanine. Theanine is Mother Nature's counterpoint to caffeine. Theanine is the way Mother Nature sort of negates the effects of caffeine, softens the effect of caffeine. And what theanine delivers is a soothing, calming, relaxing effect, but not something that you'll notice on this theanine bottle, unlike my valerian product, where valerian we tell you don't operate machinery, don't drive, because it's not only soothing and relaxing, it can help put you to sleep. But theanine is something that enhances focus. Some people still love to take it in the evening before they go to bed, but theanine is something, when I have something long that I need to write or concentrate on, I go immediately to theanine. So theanine is calming and relaxing, but it's not calming, relaxing, knock you out. It's calming and relaxing, but gives you this calm, relaxed laser focus, which is really what we all need now. We don't want to knock ourselves out. We have to pay attention. We have to be present. We have to learn and follow instructions, but we don't want to get crazy. We don't want to watch the news and have it, make us absolutely crazy. Again, get the news you need, and then watch something else. Listen to music, do something calming, meditate, breathe. But theanine is Mother Nature's wonderful natural tool. Drinking green tea is wonderful for that reason, but theanine's Mother Nature's wonderful natural tool to help us cope with difficult times or to help us focus on difficult tasks.
Absolutely, and we would love for you to try it. It's a special purchase price, of course, 90-day return policy and that flex pay. So again, if you are new, as I mentioned, a lot of us are, we know we're spending more time at home, and we're fortunate to have Andrew joining us in his home in Santa Monica. He does make and manufacture the world's finest vitamins. We've got abbreviated looks at his 2 today's specials at the end of this hour, and then he'll have the last show of the visit coming up later on tonight at 8 o'clock. But this is one that I am so glad you added to this show. I don't know if you heard me talking to my friend and producer Allison, but not only is CoQ10 one of the things that I rely on, certainly in this job, we all need energy, and I cannot do things like caffeine, but this is energy on a fundamental level, plus it's a whole wealth of side benefits. It is a special purchase price as well, just like we keep saying, the Andrew Lessman difference, but you have your 30, 60, 120, 240. Wow, these are significant savings. And 078052, Andrew, I am so thankful you did this because I was running down to the bottom of my bottle. I didn't know if I could wait until this was a today's special, so thank you for that.
In fact, I don't believe we've ever done CoQ10 as a monthly special.
Yeah.
And the reason we're doing it as a monthly special, beyond its importance overall, and thus to our energy level, to how all the systems in our body functions, and thus very important for all of us who want to focus on the things that our body needs to function at its best. But something crazy, I alluded to at the end of last year when we did our Today Special, that CoQ10 prices looked like they were going through the roof. They already had, but we had fortunately bought enough CoQ10 to avoid that, so we had CoQ10 at our best pricing ever at the end of last year. But now CoQ10 is 500 times more expensive, 5 times more expensive. We've avoided that thus far. That will likely not be able to continue until my Today Special, the end of the year. So while it's so important, and I might end up selling through all our CoQ10, we might struggle to have a Today Special at the end of the year, or it certainly won't be at this pricing perhaps. I just thought it was critically important that CoQ10 be our monthly special now. So even if it has implications for the end of the year, we'll deal with that at the end of the year. But I'd rather offer it today at an incredible price and an incredible opportunity while our supply of CoQ10 lasts.
Well, and we say it's the Andrew Lessman difference and a wealth of side benefits. It's interesting, before you came out with the Essential One, we used to look at this like a little mini multivitamin, you know, beyond the obvious energy at a fundamental level.
And with CoQ10, again, it's one of Mother Nature's brilliant designs. What CoQ10 does incredibly well, it captures electrons. It just has this wonderful affinity for electrons. And if we know how energy is produced in our cells, and every one of our cells, this is why I call this the most common sense, logical, rational, sensible energy product in the world. Because if I'm going to deliver energy, I'd rather deliver more energy to each and every one of the cells in my body, deliver better energy production capacity to each and every one of the trillions of cells in my body, than simply stimulate my brain, which is how most energy products work. They're a central nervous system stimulant. What this delivers is an ingredient that ability to transport electrons. That's the energy I'm using to do what I'm doing now, the energy we use to breathe, for our heart to beat, for us to move around, for our brain to think. It's all the result of electrons being moved around. Electrons, those are those things that surround atoms. So those electrons, when that electrical potential is moved, that difference in electrical potential is the energy we all experience. And CoQ10 is the primary molecule responsible for moving electrons. There's others that it works with, such as AMP, ADP, ATP, NADH. Those molecules are all part of this symphony of movement of electrons that life, it's sort of funny to think that the rich life that we all experience, and that everyone has experienced throughout history, is the result of electrons moving in every single cell in our body. And whether it's Abraham Lincoln or Julius Caesar, whoever it was, they all experienced life and energy by virtue of CoQ10 moving the electrons in their body. The one thing we know now is that as we get older, if we're under stress, if we're taking cholesterol-lowering drugs, if we're taking antidepressants, if we're taking bloods for high blood pressure, if we're taking drugs for osteoporosis, osteopenia, these drugs all adversely affect our levels of CoQ10 and thus our body's ability to produce energy. No wonder that fatigue is one of the more common side effects of those medications. So, in fact, I was talking to my dad's cardiologist recently, and that exact discussion came up that if someone's taking a statin drug, they have to take CoQ10 because that statin drug inhibits the synthesis of what little CoQ10 our body can make. So, and especially mostly older folks might be taking that statin drug, and being older inhibits the synthesis of CoQ10. So if energy is what drives all of us, without energy, no cell in our body, in fact, unlike, my house here doesn't produce its own energy, we get energy distributed from power facilities. But in our body, there's no distribution of energy. We distribute fuel, we distribute oxygen, but each and every cell in our body must have CoQ10 and must have the tools to produce its own energy. That's why it's so important. It also is among the most protective compounds inside each and every one of the cells in our body. So again, Mother Nature's brilliant design. It transports electrons that gives us energy. It captures wayward, errant electrons that might damage us. It's incredible.
You have only yourself to blame for the price going up, because it was really you who was instrumental in kind of educating America about CoQ10.
It's sort of true. And many years ago, when the price went through the roof on CoQ10, I'm saying 20 years ago, and we were able to pretty much insulate everyone from that. And the only reason we were is the company that was primarily responsible for making CoQ10 in Japan had been grateful to us for educating the public. So hopefully we'll be able to insulate everyone the end of this year. I'm not sure if that's the case. I don't think there's a lot of gratitude left in the world for anything I might have done as it pertains to CoQ10. So I think that we're going to be in the same boat with everyone else, but we'll do our very best. We certainly succeeded at the end of the year to keep everyone immune from that, and we're doing it now. But I think by the end of the year, changes what's going on in the world right now. It's not going to augur well for the future of CoQ10 pricing, unfortunately.
Well, it's certainly a great time to take advantage of it. And that's also reminds me that there are no compromises with your products. And we love them on a day in and day out basis. I order them whether today's special pricing or not. So if you are channel surfing, of course, Andrew's here. He's got one more show coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. This is one of two great today's specials that he has. We wait for this. It is once a year and once a year only. We've got an encore look at our Choco Nouveau in the biggest sizes and best pricing ever of all time in just a moment. But when we talk about essential omegas, even if you've tried somebody else's omega, you have to try Andrew Lessman's. Maybe you're like me, my doctor told me I should be taking my omegas. Yes, your heart, yes, your brain, yes, your stress level, yes, your eyes. But for the today's special pricing, you're not only getting the world's finest omega, you are getting sizes that he only does as a today's special. In particular, I want you to see this. If you take it every day like I do religiously, that 720 count size of the tens of thousands of you who have said yes to this, more than 75, almost 80% of us are doing that 720 count size. Any way you look at it, and it's whatever your budget will allow. I think you can rest assured, though, you're getting a 90-day return policy, you're getting free shipping, you're getting your flex pay. So we're mindful of your budget so you can get the products that you can really feel good about taking. So on that 30, 90, 180, 360, and 720, remember that's only as a today's special in that sizing. Pricing goes here, and as you can see, even on some of what I would call the introductory sizes, it's pretty much for all intents and purposes like a buy one, get one. And this is not like any other omega product you've ever taken. In fact, read those reviews. So when have you heard people rave about a fish oil product? It's one of his top products, one of his top reorder products with over 3,600 reviews, an average of 4.7. Andrew, again, it is so distinctly different from what we have seen or what people have taken.
No, most of the omega-3s you see in supermarkets, in discount stores, and pharmacies, they're all contract manufacturers. They're anonymous companies that responded to a bid and is making that product for someone else. We make this ourselves. The composition of this formula requires that we not use the industrial, commodity, inferior fish oils that are out there. That to give you the form, the natural triglyceride form, it required that we have custom oils made for us. To give you the DHA that is more abundant in nature, but not abundant in supplements, to give you that in abundance, again, that is something that we had to go and make this product for ourselves. When I started my company, I was stuck manufacturing because I couldn't get a quality product made by a contract manufacturer. So unlike all the other products out there, we make it for you, and it's absolutely unique and different. And one of the most important things we know about omega-3s, and we can't forget, that these are not optional ingredients. When we call it essential, essential is sort of a word of art. Essential is a technical term in science. When we talk about the essential amino acids that make up protein, there are 24 amino acids that we target. 8 of them are essential. What that means, if you don't get those 8, you're going to suffer deficiency issues because your body can't make them. The essential omega-3s, there's a whole world, universe, thousands and thousands of different kinds of fats. There's only the omega-3 fats that are essential that your body can't make, that are so important. So they're not just important because your body can't make them, which means you have to eat them in food, and most of us don't eat fatty fish, so we are not getting them. So if you're not getting your omega-3s, what does that mean? If you look at the role of fat in your body, not only are the omega-3s the ones that are most scarce in our diet, but sadly, unfortunately, even better word, horribly, they are a critical part of the most critical organs and systems in our body. So omega-3s are basically non-existent in the typical American diet, but they represent 2/3 of the dry weight of a healthy brain. They are even more highly concentrated in the healthy retina of the human eye. So when you think of how scarce they are from our diet, and you think about the fact that our body absolutely positively cannot make them, and then you look at the fact that these are critical to the functioning of the most important organs and systems in our body, I think it encourages us to make a dramatic change in our diet or a very simple change in supplementation. And my supplement has no relationship to the typical omega-3 supplement you see in stores because even chemically, their product is an ethyl ester. Mine is a natural triglyceride. They have nothing to do with one another. One is synthetic and hard to absorb. One is the natural form that since the day we set foot on this planet, we were designed to utilize and designed to absorb. Ours follows the blueprint of the omega-3 levels in fish. Theirs follows something else entirely, an industrial blueprint. So ours has nothing to do with anything except what you need and what Mother Nature and that God-given blueprint dictated a long time ago. I always say that Mother Nature and science, they are not contradictory. They walk hand in hand. You just have to pay attention, and that's what we do.
Absolutely. In fact, we're going to empty this into a bowl. They're grabbing one for me. Now, I offered to empty it into my bag that I carry on the set, but sadly, they vetoed that. So, so I don't know. I thought it was a good excuse, but go figure.
You know, it's funny. Also, I wanted to show everybody the Empty That 720 to show the volume of capsules, but also the fact that every one of our capsules contains 500 milligrams, and a typical big capsule contains 300 or so, that ours contains 500 milligrams, and even better than that, that 720 of those capsules fit in that container. That's incredible, that 720 capsules. It just underscores how small our capsules are. If Shannon, if you could even show them side by side.
Perfect.
Our capsule contains more omega-3s because it doesn't matter. You see a lot of products labeled 1,000 milligrams fish oil, 1,200 milligrams fish oil. Who cares how much fish oil?
Right.
The only thing you care about are the omega-3s. So we give you a lesser volume of fish oil because ours is higher quality, containing more richness of the omega-3s, which is what you care about. And ours are in the natural form, and ours gives you the DHA that is the composition of your brain and your eyes and critical for your heart. So totally unlike, another example, I'd say compare us to our competition, but there really is no comparison and there's no competition. And even when you go all natural and when you go just follow Mother Nature's blueprint, look how unbelievably pretty they are.
Wow.
I mean, it really is miraculous how pretty they are, but also there's 720 capsules there. If they were the big capsules, you would have needed a bowl twice that size to accommodate them, because my capsule is literally about half the size of theirs, but contains more of what you want, the more of the omega-3s you need. And most importantly, never, ever a fishy aftertaste, never, ever repeat, never nausea. The product was designed, I don't quit in terms of the design and manufacture process until not only have I succeeded with the benefits, but I can't create problems. So my parents raised someone who is obsessively, compulsively focused on details and quality. Thanks, Mom and Dad. My dad was a contractor, and he was meticulous in the details of the house. When I was a little kid, I used to have to, I'd go around and I'd put the switch plates on the wall. I'd do the little stuff, you know, for the light switches and things, or for the thing where you put plugs. If it was even slightly out of line, my dad would point it out to me. So that kind of attention to detail carries over in everything that I do today. And so not only do we create an omega-3 product that respects the science, so you get the benefits that we also desperately need given our diet, but also I make sure that it doesn't cause a single problem. And even to your pocketbook, it's as high quality as it is, as rich as it is, it's affordable. It's pennies a day. And you only need to take one capsule unless your doctor recommended to. Absolutely.
And speaking of doctors, you have to read some of these reviews. I mean, for a fish oil product to be one of Andrew's top products, top reorder, he's our lowest return rate, he's our #1 business. There is no other multivitamin like it in the world. And remember, when he does this as a today's special, it's worth it whenever you can get your hands on it. But as a today's special price, then it really is hard to say no to this. Now remember, we're doing free shipping. We've got an extended guarantee, 90-day return policy. If you're new to HSN, and we know we have thousands of new faces shopping with us, you know, I think a lot of us are looking at our health in different ways. I'm certainly trying to do my best. I know you're trying to do your utmost best. And whether it's now or previously, if your doctor like mine had told you you should be taking an omega-3 product, this follows Mother Nature's blueprint, but when we say it's nothing but good, it's all good. It's side benefits. There's no repeating. There's no mercury. There's no contaminants. There's no aftertaste. Now you're getting sizing that you're only getting today and savings that you're only getting today. So if you're someone like me, and I know that Andrew was talking about his parents, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, you know, Mother's Day, Father's Day, they're really not that far. They're kind of in our immediate vicinity, in our immediate future. I hope you find a moment to take care of yourself, or they talk about self-care right now with everything that's going on. And to me, that's what Andrew's vitamins are. And it's nice with that 90-day return policy. You can really see and feel that Andrew Lessman difference. And we would love, love, love to send this your way. You know what, Allison, if it's okay, I'm just gonna take a moment to point out a couple of things on the reviews, because there are thousands and thousands and thousands of perfect reviews. And I certainly encourage you to read some of those when you have a moment. But what's interesting about most of these reviews, first of all, you see best, best, best. Now, we don't edit these. When I say we post the good, the bad, and the ugly, but here's what I think is interesting. Almost without exception, Andrew, people say love, people say my doctor said to try it, people say it wasn't like the other omegas that I had tried. You're right, I wish we had a keyword search when we could look at your reviews, because consistent.
We do. I'll bring that sheet with me.
Oh, perfect.
That I have. I didn't bring it with me, but it goes through that. I think in our omega-3 reviews, the word love appears more than 1,000 times, best appears more than 1,000 times. And there's just hundreds of reviews that either talk about the doctor recommending it or the doctor approving this, that you'll find no better, no more comprehensive, no more trouble-free. That it's not that this product has a reduced fishy aftertaste. We have totally eliminated that fishy aftertaste. And again, the biggest complaint with omega-3s is that nasty repeat, or these huge capsules that are hard to swallow. Ours is about half the size of the typical omega-3 product. So again, we just make it a pleasure to get these benefits that we desperately need. And we have to connect the dots. We have to know that our brain, my brain, your brain, that if you look at the dry weight of our brain, it's 2/3, roughly 2/3 DHA. We focus on DHA, typical product focuses on EPA. But again, if we realize that we're not having fatty fish every day, that underscores the need. You don't have to take my omega-3, even a bad one is better than nothing. But our eyes, our retina, we know how important our retina is, especially as we age. It's the film in the camera that we call our eyes, so our vision is dependent upon the health of our retina. But our retina has an even higher concentration of DHA than even our brain. And I think it might be our brain, we forget this. So if we know we're not getting omega-3s in our daily diet, and most of us are not, and we know that they are the majority of the composition of our brain, the majority of the composition. If I told you DHA was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% of the weight of your brain, you'd go, oh my goodness, I better get DHA. But if I told you it's over 60%, hopefully you're going to eat oily fish every day, or you're going to be focusing on someone's omega-3 product, doesn't have to be mine. And again, if I then told you, wow, as concentrated as in your brain at over 60%, it's even more concentrated in the retina of your eye. And if we knew how important our retina of our eye was or is to the functioning of our eye over the course of our lifetime, we would be paying careful attention to the omega-3 content of our diet. So as I said before, for a lot of us, especially now, it's a little complicated to make sure we get that fatty fish every day, but it's awfully simple to make sure we get a single capsule of a great omega-3, the world's best right here. And as I said, even an inferior omega-3 is better than nothing. I've known for a long time ago, having spoken to the largest retailer in the world, having spoken to their head buyer, thanking me for when I do omega-3 spots or when I do things on CoQ10, because they sell a lot of CoQ10 or omega-3. So I recognize that that's what happens. And I'm thrilled that happens, because you don't have to get my product to be healthy, but you have to get the information somewhere to make healthy decisions.
You absolutely do. And isn't it great that you are armed with the information, but you're also getting the best pricing that we see once a year and once a year only. If you're like most of us, myself included, because I take this every single day, we are more than 80% of us are gravitating toward that 720, 360, 180, 90, and 300. Pricing goes here on pretty much, almost without exception. Any one of these sizes are almost like a buy one, get one, even on some of the more introductory sizes. Because as an example, the 360 will go to 160. It's $139.90 with that 90-day return policy and free shipping. You know, Andrew, like I said, it's hard to say no to this.
I was going to say it's like a buy one, get one free, but it's even better than a buy one, get one free. But as I said before, the 360 for probably 20 years was our large size for the Today Special. And it was only a request because a lot of folks, they're cardiologists, they're neurologists, they're GP, whatever the doctor might be, their ophthalmologist recommends they take 2 capsules of omega-3. They want them to get 1,000, which for a lot of products, that means 3 or 4 capsules. For us, 1,000 milligrams of actual omega-3s, not fish oil, but actual omega-3s is only 2 capsules. For many folks, for the majority, 500 milligrams is perfect, which means our single capsule, our little easy to swallow capsule, that's perfect. So the reason we went to the 720 was demand, that everyone said, you know, I'm sharing it with my spouse. We each take 1 capsule. We want it to last a year till your next Today Special, because our next Today Special on this will probably be April or May of 2021. Or they might be taking 2 capsules for an individual. So it was by popular demand. And when we did that, I think our 720 capsule supply probably represents about, I'd say, somewhere near 60% of all of the orders. And then probably the 360 represents about 25%. The smaller size represents a small percent, but we want you to be able to get whatever size you get. Not only economically is the large size, obviously at pennies a day, the best value, but when you figure on the internet, many people do things on auto ship, so they're getting a 30 capsule supply every month shipped to them of their omega-3s. You get my 720, you eliminated 23 deliveries. That's 23 trucks coming to your house, 23 bottles, 23 caps, 23 labels, 23 boxes, 23 packaging material. So the most environmentally friendly thing we do, it's even better than going to the grocery store to get it, is that one bottle made this go away for a year or 2 years. So in terms of the inefficiency it might pose for you and for inconvenience for you and for the environment, certainly.
Absolutely. And, just as an aside, from my personal experience, I love the beauty benefits. I have dry eye, but I'm not alone, and I'm sanitizing my hands a lot. And so normally, my skin takes a beating. I feel like my skin does look softer and looks more radiant when I use this.
There's no doubt. Omega-3s are a critical part of the moisturizing process of our skin. Our phytoceramide product, if you want Mother Nature's real internal moisturizer, that's how Mother Nature goes about retaining moisture in our body. But washing our hands, an important thing to know, when you wash your hands, scrubbing isn't how you do it. If you're going to scrub your hands, all you end up doing is diminishing and damaging the barrier property of your skin. So you don't want to scrub. And soap and water's, as they say, it's the bomb. It's the best. Disinfecting things with alcohol or whatnot, that's what you use when you don't have access to water. But soap and water, washing your hands properly, which said I was going to do a video. They're a little concerned, I think, that I do a video that might have medical claims and things. But I was going to do a video about how I learned to wash my hands properly in school, because I worked in a laboratory where you had to be really careful about that. But we'll maybe do that offline or something like that. But again, there's all sorts of information online about how to wash your hands properly, but you don't need to scrub. You don't want to damage the barrier property of your skin. And the omega-3s are just a critical part of virtually every system in your body. There's no escaping it. And unfortunately, we're not eating the oily fish every day. So again, whether it's my supplement or someone else's, the omega-3s are essential. Your body cannot make them. And if your body is not getting them, there are or there will be consequences.
Well said. And just to remind you, it is today's special pricing. He does this once a year and once a year only. I am getting that $720. Again, my doctor wanted me to take an Omega. And interestingly enough, Andrew, I didn't tell you the story. They actually sold an Omega product at their office. And I said I wasn't going to take it, that I was taking yours. And so she made me bring it in. If I could, I'd buy a quantity for her to sell in her office, because she's like, oh, this is, I'll have what she's having. She's like, this is better than what they had. And,
There's nothing like this on the market. And again, whether it's, and so many folks now, we read a review last night that talked about the brain and behavior and things like that. This is a molecule, DHA, that represents about 2/3 of the dry weight of your brain. So how could something that's such a predominant structural molecule not play a role in function? So it's no wonder when you look at research and you look at epidemiologic studies that look at large populations, and they discuss whether or not the fact that we don't get omega-3 levels like we used to in our diet, say 40, 50, 60 years ago, whether that's responsible for imbalances of mood that we experience, for the diminishing of positive outlook that we experience in our society. Certainly, the world is a difficult, challenging place, and that weighs heavily on our brains. But to the extent our brains are given the chemicals, and omega-3 is a chemical that's part of the chemistry of our brain, to the extent we deliver the tools that we need, our brain will contend, our brain will handle this difficult and challenging world that much better. And difficult and challenging might be the understatements of the day, but everything we can do to give our body the tools it needs to contend with what's going on right now, I think it's a good idea.
I think so too. And at least for me, again, you get that 90-day return policy, and you can select it when your budget allows. I know, at least for me, when something is a today's special, me personally, I like to make that decision that day, just because I am the queen of forgetfulness. My mom even said, have you Facebooked Lexi and Hunter, my niece and nephew? Have you set up the stock? And I'm like, if I don't do something when I'm thinking of it that day, sadly, sometimes it kind of falls off my radar. But use that information for what you will. Grab your size, get that savings, and really experience that Andrew Lessman difference. Remember, sizing that he's only doing today, and of course pricing that you will only see when it's a today's special, with that 90-day return policy, free shipping, and of course, You experience those benefits. It is essential for sure. Well, I kind of consider chocolate essential, and I'm probably not the only one, but if I can have chocolate that lowers my cholesterol level, sign me up. And this product, when Andrew debuted it, I'll just tell you, it was a phenomenon. People couldn't believe that it was this decadent, delicious, fair trade, organic chocolate that would lower your cholesterol with none of those other, whenever you see an ad for a pharmaceutical, you see the, butterflies and a lot of disclaimers flying at the bottom of the screen. That is not this. But Andrew, when we can do it as a today's special, because I know that shipping window, Mother Nature kind of cuts you off at a certain point. So it's nice that you're giving us, making it a best value of the day.
It's funny, it never registered when we first did this, that this was going to have to be a product because of the way our dark chocolate behaves in your mouth, that it melts in your mouth just like those milk chocolate products we hear advertised. It melts in your mouth, and if you hold on the wrapper, it won't melt in your hand. But because it melts in your mouth, guess what? It also will melt in hot weather. So I didn't realize it at the time that we introduced it. I think we introduced it in December or January, and then it had to go away in April. And it had to go away for 6 months. So once again, it's April, it's going to go away for 6 months. So it's a Today Special today with great savings, a special size that will hopefully last everyone through summer. But then it will go away. But that's one of the hallmarks. That's one of the things that you could kind of use to conclude that this actually is a different kind of dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is typically hard. It's typically dry and brittle, and it is not susceptible to melting. That's the difference of dark chocolate to milk chocolate. But our milk chocolate, because it behaves in your mouth, our dark chocolate, because it behaves in your mouth like milk chocolate, it will melt in summer. So unfortunately, as wonderful and as amazing as it is, it has to go away for 6 months. And our dark chocolate is also, not only is it the best tasting dark chocolate you'll find anywhere in the world, but it has a remarkable, unique property. And it's a property that it's not a drug, it's not a medicine, but it dramatically lowers total and LDL cholesterol levels. We're not talking just a few percent. We're talking 10, 15, 20% reduction or more in total and LDL cholesterol, especially if you add some great dietary changes, increase the levels of fiber in your diet, things like legumes, nuts, and seeds. And at the same time, if you also reduce the animal fat, saturated fat, and cholesterol, you could see reductions in cholesterol that would only be achievable with medications. Speaking of medications, this works perfectly with any cholesterol-lowering drug. It's not a drug, it's not a medicine. It works naturally within your digestive system to achieve its benefits. And I always feel uncomfortable talking about its cholesterol lowering and its heart health benefits, because I think that makes everyone conclude that it's not going to be delicious, that it's not going to be the most delicious chocolate product they've ever tried, because it truly will be. And even better, we've taken our standard Choco Nouveau, which is 66 or 74, 91% pure cocoa. We've taken the 74, and we've added a cafe crunch to it. So it's kind of like they have those Nestle's Crunch bars that I think have Rice Krispies in it, which are yummy, and they're milk chocolate. But our 74% dark chocolate, we added a coffee crunch to it, and that Cafe Crunch 74 is just amazing, absolutely amazing. They're all incredible, but my new favorite, and plus what's great, it only has a few milligrams of caffeine, so I'm someone who's very sensitive to caffeine, but I could do that even in the afternoon or with dinner without a problem.
Me too. Well, I already said it. That is my hands down favorite as well. But the good news is you can choose. We'll talk about our bonus buy in a moment, but we are very, very busy. And there's even a 90-day return policy on chocolate. I mean, who knew? And of course, free shipping and flex pay. When Andrew was talking about 40 cents a piece, anyone who's been to one of those gourmet chocolatiers knows. I mean, if you've been really kind of jaw dropped at the sticker shock of $4, $5, $6, $7 for one little piece of chocolate, when you try this, head to head. I mean, when I tell you, it goes toe to toe with the world's finest chocolate, and theirs is, you know, this does lower your cholesterol. So remember, you choose how many squares, how many pieces of the chocolate you would like, 30, 60, 180, or 360. Holy moly, I love this big bag. And then, of course, you choose the level of cacao. So then you are looking at your 66, your 74, which I think is still the most popular, 74% on the cafe, and then 91%. But they're all creamy, melt in your mouth, regardless of, you know, the cacao level that you choose.
So there's 4 choices: the 66, the 74, the 91, and then the 74 with cafe.
Right.
We didn't do, because the 66 and 91 aren't as popular as the 74. And the 74 was really a perfect combination with the cafe. It just, they married together perfectly, better than my wildest dreams or expectations. So all 4 of these are just, again, the way it works, we basically, this is a standardized extract of a cocoa bean. So basically, when you look at my turmeric, when you look at echinacea, when we talk about standardized extracts of a plant, this is a standardized extract. This is not really a candy or a confection. It's a standardized extract. The 91% extract is 91% cocoa bean. The 74% is 74% cocoa bean. And the 66 is 66%. So of course, the ones with the highest levels of protective compounds are the 74 and 91. I also selected a chocolate. I tried chocolates, hundreds of chocolates from Africa, from Asia, from South America. I chose from South America because most American palates are like mine. Our taste buds, we like rich dark chocolate. We don't like bitter dark chocolate. In Europe, they tend to like bitter dark chocolate, not here in America. And again, that's why I think this product is so perfectly reviewed, because we started with a rich dark chocolate. And then by adding our special cholesterol-lowering ingredient, it turned it into the texture of milk chocolate. So it's creamy, melt in your mouth like milk chocolate. Our 66 and 74. One of the biggest problems I have talking about this product is as I describe it, I imagine it, and I start salivating, so it's hard for me to continue speaking when I'm talking about it. But it's truly like no other chocolate product in the world. It is the best tasting dark chocolate you will ever try. And it is the most heart-healthy dark chocolate by head and shoulders behind anything else in the world as well.
You know, it's interesting. I just opened the cafe, and the same thing. It's like my mouth is just starting to water. That's so yummy. I love that bonus buy that you did, though, too. So when you do that 360 size, you can take $10 off. So you can do a little mixing and matching, right?
And again, the bonus buy, it's just for those who are stocking up for summer.
Sure.
But just the standard price, the bonus buy is great if you get extra of the large size. But the standard pricing, that 360 is not a normal size.
Yeah.
So it's already incredible savings when you get that 360. To think that you get organic, fair trade, finest chocolate in the world, and it's organic, and it's fair trade, and it's 25 calories. The 91% could basically be declared sugar-free because it's so low in sugar. Even the 74 has barely a gram of sugar. And our Choco Nuvo Cafe, even though we added that ingredient, it's more complicated to make. It is the same exact price as all the others. So you can get the bonus of the Choco Nuvo Cafe, and you're not paying a penny over the Choco Nuvo 66, 74, 91. You choose what you want. The 66 is most akin to milk chocolate, both in texture and flavor. The 74 is exceedingly rich, deep, dark chocolate. The 91% is intense dark chocolate. It's almost 100% pure cacao at 91%.
Well, and it's so delectable. I mean, read those reviews. 4.4 customer pick average, free shipping, 90-day return policy, and then, of course, that flex pay. And Andrew, it's interesting because I'm so inspired by you and Muriel. I actually did your coffee secure, and then I shaved a little bit of the 91 on top.
Yum.
Mind-blowing.
Oh, that's great. And Muriel's done some wonderful recipes with the chocolate. And again, when you just have two squares a day, 25 calories each, it's a great way to substitute for dessert or for a snack. It'll save you calories, probably save you money as well. And at 25 calories, it will be a substantial reduction in your total and LDL cholesterol. And again, it's just something that is at your 2 largest meals of the day. If you want even better reductions, you do it with each time you eat or each meal of the day. But it's affordable. It's the most delicious chocolate. Not the most delicious healthy chocolate. It is the most delicious dark chocolate you will ever try. And if you don't believe me, read the reviews, because the reviews are based upon people who tried this product after hearing me. And not only do you see all these reviews that talk about cholesterol reduction and heart health, but you'll see hundreds and hundreds of reviews that even talk about the fact that normally, like most Americans, they don't like milk chocolate. They don't like dark chocolate. They love milk chocolate. That's what most Americans prefer. But this dark chocolate is truly different because of its lack of bitterness. It's rich without being bitter, and it's creamy like milk chocolate.
And Andrew, I know we don't have time to read these, but as you were talking, I was even looking at this, and if I didn't know better, like as an example, here's really works. At last year's physical, my cholesterol was 191. Last month, after using Choco Nouveau, my cholesterol was 167. Would you ever in your born days think, she's talking about chocolate?
No, it's one thing. I have a product called Cholesticare. It's one thing to take a capsule of Cholesticare with plant sterols and see the benefits that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration talks about with these ingredients. It's quite another thing to eat the most delicious chocolate in the world and to get the benefit of these plant sterol esters and to see the results in black and white. For you and your doctor to see those results in black and white, that to me is, that's unexpected, it's astounding, but it's science. It's just basic science. Science is fact, and that's the way this works. It blocks the absorption of cholesterol. It blocks the reabsorption of bile salts, and in so doing, helps to lower your total and LDL cholesterol, not a little, but a lot.
Absolutely. And again, I know time doesn't permit us to read these. I'll show the pricing again, but Andrew, as you were talking about this, we love our skeptics. I mean, because that's what, with that 90-day return policy, I don't know if you can see this, but...
No, wow, I wasn't sure how long I was taking this product. I was skeptical that it would change my cholesterol. It'll work in 2, 3, 4 weeks. It doesn't take months. I had blood work done in December, so I was just taking since March, just 9 months. Oh my goodness. My cholesterol went down from 138 to 92 from December of 2015. All my labs are perfect this year, all thanks to Andrew. Love all the products. That I suspect they were talking about the bad cholesterol, the LDL,
right,
that went down from 138 to 92. But it's a remarkable product, and that's, unless it was effective, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration would not have approved this ingredient. And unless it was completely safe, it's just a natural ingredient found in vegetables that we concentrate and we put into our chocolate, and it makes the chocolate have the texture of milk chocolate because it behaves like milk fat. Milk chocolate, if you didn't know, it's creamy because of the milk fat. Our chocolate, our dark chocolate, is creamy because of an ingredient that behaves in it, a natural ingredient that behaves just like milk fat without being unhealthy like milk fat.
And boy, just like we say, you feel the Andrew Lessman difference, you taste the Andrew Lessman difference. And then the science, well, read some of those reviews, you see those numbers drop. So just real quickly, remember sizing that Andrew is doing, when is today's special? 30, 60, 180, and 360, those are the number of squares. And then you choose the level of cacao. 74 is the most popular. And then, of course, you can do that bonus buy as well. Free shipping, 90-day return policy, 081-399. And, you know, the thing is, at the end of the day, you feel like you're getting a little cheat. I know I'm going to be getting your omegas and this. I've got my little Andrew Lessman list. I'm going to be checking it off after this.
A great pair of products because, again, chocolate, the protective compounds in chocolate. We think green tea has a lot of protective compounds. It does. We think red wine has a lot of protective compounds. It does. We think blueberries have a lot of protective compounds, or spinach or cauliflower. They do. The concentration of protective compounds in dark chocolate far eclipses any of those. It's the richest source of polyphenols in our diet. So beyond the heart-healthy nature of this product because of the plant sterol esters and the lowering of cholesterol, this is healthy for your brain, healthy for your heart. It delivers the richest source of polyphenols in anyone's diet. So it might be decadent, but at the same time, it's decadently healthy, which is such a wonderful treat to have something that is decadent, but also wonderfully, perfectly healthy for all of us. And it's so affordable.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think less sugar than the blueberries I had on my Andrew Lessman oatmeal.
Well, it's absolutely. At 25 calories of blueberries, 25 calories of celery or cucumber, believe it or not, has more sugar than any of these 4 different versions of Choco Nuvo. It's lower in sugar, so that's a pretty amazing testament to how healthy this product is.
It is indeed. Now, remember, you're welcome to shop for anything, whether you've seen it on air or online, special pricing, free shipping, 90-day return policy. The Omega is still available as well. The boys will be back at 8 o'clock. Is that what I hear?
I think we'll bring the boys back this evening. They were a little crazy last night, so they're going for a long walk. So they'll be back later this evening for sure.
Sounds good. Well, Andrew, great to see you. My love to you,
Thanks,
Marielle, the boys, you know, the brat pack, as it were. And we'll look forward to seeing you back here at 8 o'clock tonight.
Thanks so much, Ann. Take care.
Hey, thank you, Andrew. All right, do keep shopping. That's what I'm doing. My girl.